Welcome back to the channel everyone. Today we are diving into something bold, loud and seriously exciting, the 2026 Plymouth Roadrunner A12, a name that carries legendary muscle car history and now returns with a modern attitude that still respects its roots. From the moment you see this car you can tell it is not trying to be subtle, it is built to make a statement, and it absolutely does that, whether it is parked or flying down the road. Let us start with the exterior, because that is where the Roadrunner A12 immediately grabs your attention. The design is aggressive and unapologetic, with a long sculpted hood that hints at the power underneath. The front fascia is wide and menacing, featuring a blacked-out grille inspired by the classic A12 models of the late 60s. Modern LED headlights are slim and sharp, giving the car a focused, almost angry expression while still keeping a retro flavor. The hood scoop is massive and functional, clearly designed to feed air directly into the engine bay, and it instantly becomes the visual centerpiece of the car. Moving along the sides, you notice the muscular proportions, wide fenders and a low roofline that emphasize performance over comfort. The character lines are clean but powerful, running from the front wheel arches to the rear quarters without unnecessary complexity. Large performance wheels fill the arches perfectly, and depending on the trim you can get them in satin black or brushed aluminum. The Roadrunner badging is subtle but meaningful, a small nod to fans who know exactly what this car represents. The rear end is just as dramatic, with a wide stance, full-width LED taillights and an integrated spoiler that improves aerodynamics while keeping that classic muscle look. Dual exhaust tips sit low and wide, giving the car a planted, aggressive finish. Now stepping inside the 2026 Plymouth Roadrunner A12, you are greeted by a cabin that blends modern technology with old-school muscle car vibes. The interior is driver-focused, with a low seating position and a thick flat-bottom steering wheel that feels great in your hands. Materials are a mix of premium leather, suede and brushed metal accents, and everything feels solid and purpose-built. The dashboard design is simple but bold, featuring a large digital instrument cluster that can be customized to show performance data, classic gauges, or a minimalist layout depending on your mood. The center console houses a large touchscreen infotainment system that supports all the modern features you would expect, including smartphone connectivity, navigation and performance settings, but it does not overwhelm. The interior physical buttons and knobs are still present for key controls, which is a welcome touch, especially when driving at speed. The seats are heavily bolstered to keep you in place during hard cornering, yet they remain comfortable enough for longer drives. Stitching details and Roadrunner logos add character without feeling overdone. Rear seats are there, but like most muscle cars, they are best suited for short trips or extra storage. Visibility is surprisingly decent for a car this aggressive, thanks to the wide windshield and well-positioned mirrors. Although the rear window is a bit narrow, the sound insulation strikes a good balance, allowing enough engine noise to remind you what you are driving without becoming tiring on longer journeys. Overall, the interior feels like a place designed for people who love driving, not just looking at screens. Now let us talk about the heart of the beast, performance. The 2026 Roadrunner A12 lives up to its legendary name. Under the hood sits a naturally aspirated high-displacement V8 engine tuned specifically for this model, producing an estimated 525 horsepower and 510 pound-feet of torque. Power is sent to the rear wheels, and buyers can choose between a 6-speed manual transmission for purists or a modern 8-speed automatic for those who want quicker shifts and easier daily driving. Acceleration is brutal, with 0 to 60 times coming in at just over 4 seconds, and the sound is exactly what you want: deep, loud and full of character. The A12 is not just about straight-line speed, though. The chassis has been engineered to handle modern performance demands. A sport-tuned suspension, adaptive dampers and a wide track give the car excellent stability through corners. Steering is heavy and communicative, making you feel connected to the road at all times. Braking is handled by large performance brakes that provide strong stopping power and confidence even after repeated hard use. Different drive modes allow you to adjust throttle response, suspension stiffness and exhaust sound, transforming the Roadrunner from a relatively calm cruiser into a full-on track-ready machine with the push of a button. Despite its power, the Roadrunner A12 is surprisingly manageable for daily use. The suspension in its softest setting absorbs bumps well, and the engine remains smooth at highway speeds. Fuel economy is not going to impress anyone, but that is not the point of this car. It is about emotion, performance and heritage, and it delivers all three in spades. Now let us get into pricing, because this is where things get interesting. The 2026 Plymouth Roadrunner A12 is positioned as a premium muscle car, but it still offers strong value for what you get. The starting price is expected to be around $58,000, which includes the V8 engine, performance suspension and a well-equipped interior. Optional packages can push the price into the mid-60s, adding features like upgraded audio systems, premium interior materials, carbon fiber exterior accents and advanced driver assistance systems. Even fully loaded, the Roadrunner A12 remains competitive compared to other high-performance coupes on the market. For enthusiasts, this pricing makes sense considering the level of performance and the exclusivity of the name. Plymouth is not aiming to build this car in massive numbers, which adds to its appeal and potential collectability. It feels like a car built for people who truly appreciate muscle car culture rather than just chasing trends. In the end, the 2026 Plymouth Roadrunner A12 is more than just a revival. It is a statement. It respects its legendary past while embracing modern engineering and design. It looks incredible, sounds even better, and delivers the kind of driving experience that reminds you why muscle cars still matter in a world moving toward electrification. If you are looking for a car that excites every time you start it up and makes every drive feel special, the Roadrunner A12 deserves your attention. If you enjoyed this review, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let us know in the comments what you think about the return of the Plymouth Roadrunner. Would you choose it over other modern muscle cars? Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.